Hey guys, Craig with Horror Junkies of Utah here, and today I'm going to be talking about a movie called The Innkeepers. Woohoo! I kind of like this movie. It's basically, so it's made by Ty West. He directed the Cabin Fever sequel, Cabin Fever 2. And he also directed one of the segments for the movie VHS, and he directed some segments for the ABCs of Death, and he also, I believe he directed one episode of the Scream TV series, as well as a movie called House of the Devil. So basically, it stars Sarah Paxton and a guy named Pat Healy. I can honestly say I'm not too familiar with Pat Healy, but Sarah Paxton, she was actually in the remake. She was the main character in the remake of Last House on the Left, which was really good. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Basically, so it's about the two people I just mentioned. They're employees at a hotel, and it's actually closing down. They're on their last. They're working there. They're the only employees working there the last weekend it's open. And so yeah, that's basically what the movie's about. Their last weekend there, and they decided to take this last weekend there, the last opportunity to kind of research and kind of investigate more into the supposed haunted history of the hotel. There's a gal, the main ghost of the hotel is a gal. She hung herself in the hotel because her husband, they just got married, and he abandoned her on their honeymoon there, so she hung herself. And so yeah, basically kind of about them trying to find this ghost, I guess you could say. There's parts of the movie. There's one of the people who's staying at the hotel for the weekend. She's actually she's a former actress, but she's recently turned into like a psychic medium, and she actually kind of helps them with the investigation, I guess you could say. She makes like a psychic prediction of bad stuff that's going to happen at the end. It's a pretty good movie. I enjoy the concept of it. I definitely enjoy the premise of it. It's funny because earlier this year I actually worked at at an old folks home doing graveyards, and since they're there alone at a hotel all day, all night, definitely kind of reminded me of working at the old folks home. It's really quiet and kind of creepy, and you're just sitting there alone at the front desk all night, and it just definitely kind of reminded me of that. I feel like the concept of it, I feel like it would have worked better for like a kind of like a short film, or a short story kind of thing. I definitely feel like there were parts where they kind of dragged it on a little bit and added the gaps with like some cheap jump scares and stuff like that, because they didn't feel like they didn't feel like they had like a full movie idea for a full movie, so they just kind of had to add random stuff in there. There's a lot of scenes that are kind of slow with like a lot of dialogue, which isn't bad because it definitely builds the characters and everything, which I like, but definitely felt like it could have been a little bit more engaging, I guess you could say. So yeah, I definitely would recommend it. I mean, it's not like a terrible movie. Obviously, I bought it, so that shows you that I did enjoy it at least a little bit. Currently, it's on like a 5.5 on IMDb and 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, but I definitely think it probably deserves at least a solid 6. It's definitely at least watchable. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's actually fairly recent. I thought it was kind of an older movie, but it was made in 2011. So, yeah, definitely check it out. I think you might like it. This is Craig from Horror Junkies of Utah. Thanks for watching.